Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so you know how it goes. You're scrolling, maybe on Instagram or Facebook, and bang, an ad pops up.
Mm-hmm.
This time, it's for Henrigirl jewelry. Looks trendy, nice pieces, and they've got this huge buy one, get one free deal going on.
Right, the kind of deal that makes you pause.
Exactly. It looks appealing, the price is good, but then that little alarm bell goes off in your head. Is this actually legit? Or is it just another online scam waiting to grab your cash?
And that's a very healthy alarm bell to have. Answering that specific question, can you really trust Henrigirl.com? Well, that's our mission for this deep dive.
So what did we look at?
We looked into their claims, what they say about their jewelry. We checked out their market position. And really importantly, we used some independent tools to verify things, security tools.
Okay, let's talk about the appeal first. What makes Henrigirl stand out? It's affordable, stylish stuff, yeah?
It is.
Yeah.
But the source material highlights something else, too. They really focus on the materials.
No, right. They claim the pieces are tarnish resistant.
And hypoallergenic. And now that last one, hypoallergenic, that's a really big deal for a lot of people.
Huge. Plus, if you've got sensitive skin. Definitely makes it sound better than just, cheap fashion jewelry that turns your finger green.
Exactly. So they're positioning themselves as offering both style and some substance for people who want expressive jewelry, but without that hefty price tag of real gold or silver.
The appeal's clear then, but we still need to check that trust factor, especially with that be-go-go deal tempting people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into the verification. How do we check this out?
Well, the analysis used Scam Advisor, which is like a go-to tool for checking if online shops are safe, right? Sort of an online safety X-ray.
Pretty much, yeah. It aggregates a lot of data points. Yeah. So what did that initial scan show?
Well, this was pretty surprising, actually. Henrigirl scored a perfect 100 out of 100.
100? Wow.
Yeah. Scam Advisor flagged it with a very high trust rating, said explicitly it looks safe to use based on things like server location, security certificates, the usual technical checks.
Okay, 100 out of 100. That does sound almost too perfect sometimes. We know those scores aren't always the full picture. Can sites game that system?
That's a really good question. Is it definitive?
Well, it's a strong indicator. A perfect score usually means the basics, the technical security foundations, are all solid. Everything's set up correctly.
But it's not the only thing to look at.
Exactly. It doesn't guarantee the business itself is honest, just that the website's infrastructure seems secure right now. A clever scammer, theoretically, could set up a technically sound site for a short time.
Right. So we needed something more. And that's where I think the real aha moment came in the analysis. That perfect score is great, fantastic starting point. But the truly decisive piece of evidence was something else. It was the domain history.
Yes. How long the website itself has actually existed.
So how long has Henrigirl.com been around?
The domain, Henrigirl.com.
Wait, it's 19 years old. 19 years. Wow. Let's just put that into context. 19 years ago. That's like 2006. The first iPhone wasn't even out yet. Facebook was still mostly just for college kids.
Precisely. And the reason that longevity is so incredibly important, why it's maybe the strongest argument against it being a scam? Well, think about how scam websites operate.
They're quick, right? In and out.
Exactly. They rely on speed and volume. Set up shop, grab cash, disappear. They use disposable domains. You almost never see a scam site that's more than, say, 6 months old, maybe a year at the absolute maximum.
They can't afford to keep a domain registered and running for nearly 2 decades if they're just trying to make a quick buck and vanish.
No way. That kind of history, 19 years, it points very strongly towards a real established business, something built for the long haul, not a temporary fly-by-night thing.
So it proves infrastructure and intent. In a way.
You could say that. It's one of the best signs of legitimacy you can find online.
Okay, so let's pull it all together. We've got the perfect 100 trust score from Scam Advisor, which is great on the technical side.
Yep. All the security boxes ticked.
And then we have this massive piece of evidence, almost 20 years of continuous domain history.
A very, very long track record.
So based on all that, the analysis concluded. What?
The Henrigirl appears to be completely safe, a legitimate company to order from. The evidence strongly supports it.
Right. So the key takeaway here seems to be that, sometimes those really aggressive deals, the too good to be true marketing, sometimes they can actually be true, but you need to look past the offer itself and check the foundations, like that top trust score and especially that long domain history.
Exactly. Those underlying facts confirm the legitimacy here. The deals, in this case, seem real because the company is real.
And that's really useful knowledge for anyone shopping online. Which brings us to a final thought for you, the listener, to maybe ponder.
Mm-hmm.
How often do we actually think to check the age of a website, especially a newer retailer we haven't heard of?
Probably not often enough.
Right. It seems like such a simple check, but that one fact, the domain age, could potentially save you a lot of time and, frankly, worry when you're trying to figure out if a new online store is trustworthy.
It's a quick check that provides a lot of context.
Definitely something to keep in mind next time you find yourself hovering over the buy button on some site you just discovered through an ad. Maybe just take a second and check its birth date.